Welcome to Light Conversations. We're having bold conversations and reactions is a norm. This is our second episode.
What are we talking about today, Mahaba?
We're gonna talk about gender wars today. Or is it a gender war? Are we having a gender war?
The population in Korea, I think it was either last year or the year before. I can't remember, forgive me, I don't remember the genesis of it when it started. But for once, their population of people who died outweighed who was born. That hasn't happened in the history of Korea. Why? Because women are refusing to have kids until they're treated equally and fairly. And turns out women are a lot more essential than you would think, than men believe them to be. Because now the government is panicking because they're like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're gonna die out unless women decide to start having kids again. And they're refusing until they are awarded the exact same rights and respect that men are awarded in their society. And so when people have asked me how I feel, I say, period. Whatever gets them to listen, bitch, I don't give a fuck. If it means I'm clocking out, good luck having kids without me.
I think there's definitely something happening. I don't know if I'd call it a war because war is everywhere lately. And we want to stay away from that, but there's definitely something like it because there's this movement called Red Pill and they are everywhere. And it seems like they are just fighting women for having choices.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. They are literally reacting to women voicing their concerns, women voicing their preferences. And you know, today's age, women aren't limited to just choosing to start a family or just having a family. There are a lot of options. There are a lot of avenues a woman can fulfill herself. So the red pill community, I think they just want to put women in a box.
Yes.
And women are saying, no, I don't want to be in a box. I can be more than just the one thing.
They seem to be blaming everything on feminism, you know, as if, you know, women just woke up one day and said, you know, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have children. I just want to, you know, do whatever it is I want to do. I want to accomplish anything and everything I want to accomplish. That's not how it happened. It happened, this movement started because women were literally second-class citizens, okay? They were all just considered to be a supportive sort of individual who supports whatever it is the male wants to do. Did we forget that even in this country that women didn't have the right to vote in, you know, 1920s? I mean, how long has it been now? It hasn't even been a century since women were given the right to vote. So, you know, for the first time, I know there are all this, you know, first leg and second wave and third wave and all this. I don't read books about feminism. I don't know much about feminism.
I mean,
all I
feminism
know
has its own definition nowadays.
No, but yeah, I mean, men are defining it. You know, most women I know personally love men. Many of them want to have families and they want to have romance and they want to take care of their men and, you know, they are not in competition with anyone. But there are also women who just wants to live by themselves and not want to have children. I don't know many of them, but I see some of them and there's nothing wrong with that. It's their choice, but we're making it sound like, oh, humanity is about to come to a halt because women were given the right to go to school and, you know, to be able to reach their full potential. Why is it only our responsibility to bear children? And of course, we are mothers, you know, just like, you know, you need a father, but you need a father also who is responsible, and you need a society to support women to have children so they can. Most societies are not making it easy for women. Those who want to have families, they don't want to make it easy for them to have children.
Yeah, you need to incentivize women to have the desire to start a family because it comes with a lot. And I feel like our world changing is not accommodating the needs and the values of women. Since even the workplace, I mean, in America, a woman will have a baby, like, you know, will go into maternity for like what? Like, I think
it's 3 months.
Like 3 months, 90 days. you carried for 9 months, and now you're only expected to be home for 90 days.
Yes.
And then, like, the pay gap. And a lot of women, they do work outside and then they do equal work at home. So it's like having a double shift. They bear all the responsibilities of taking care of the babies, waking up middle of the night, breastfeeding, doing all this stuff, the home care, caring for the home, and then having to work. And at work, they have same responsibilities as their male coworkers.
Exactly.
While making less money. Why would I only want to do something that makes my life harder?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sign up for something like that.
Yeah.
I can choose to live the easy life that doesn't involve bearing children, having significant other, and just enjoy my own company. Or I can sacrifice a lot knowing that, hey, I'm going to bear a lot of responsibilities. I'm going to probably be the one who's doing all the housework, maybe like 95%. So all those things aren't like encouraging women to partake in this whole. And I honestly support both sides. What I mean is the women that are deciding not to start a family, and the women that are starting to that are choosing to start a family.
Absolutely.
Both are correct.
Yes.
Because everybody knows what's in their best interest, and I would like to think that way. And then if that's the interest that they want, I'm like, go for it.
Yeah.
But I support women choosing what's in their best interest.
Exactly.
Regardless what anyone else has said.
You don't see men being blamed for not wanting to get married and have a family and support their wives, and if God forbid people get divorced, not paying childcare and child support and all that stuff. We don't blame them for abandoning their families. We don't necessarily say, oh, they're doing all of this because they hate women. But women are being seen as, if they decide, well, you know what? Life is very hard as it is. I can't even climb the ladder professionally because once I get pregnant, it's like, oh, you got pregnant? Well, we
You're
have
not
to.
reliable.
You're not reliable anymore, because being a mother is sort of a liability, it's seen as a liability. And so we're only here a very short period of time. Some people might look at it like, well, you know what? It's not really my responsibility to expand humanity, I'm only here a short period of time, and I'm just gonna have fun, and I'm gonna take care of myself. And since I'm always gonna be relying on myself, so I'm just gonna chill, and men get to do that, and nobody complains about that. Nobody. But women, it's like, you're being selfish. Women they're feminism. Feminism this. Feminism destroyed this. We are being blamed for everything. Women are being blamed for everything. Like, for example, the third world countries, women, like, literally, they not only do many of them have children and have more than 5, at least 5 or more. But many times men just walk away, leave their wives and their children and never look back, make another family. And these women would have to just hustle, taking care of all these children and just having the hardest life there is. And then you see similar things in America and many parts of the Western countries too, that it's always easy for men to have a family, walk away, have a mistress or whatever, get divorced, and start their lives just like that all over again, and have a beautiful, a life once again. While the woman is stuck because we never seem to leave. We don't leave. Mothers always stay. Mothers don't leave. So if women nowadays say, you know what, I'm not being appreciated, so I really just want to take care of myself and just enjoy this journey, short journey while I'm here. It's not my responsibility to expand humanity, unless something changes, then I think they have the right to do so. That's coming from someone I'm a mother. I love motherhood, and I appreciate women who choose motherhood as well. But I'm not gonna, blame women who say life's hard just as it is. And on top of that, you have these red pill movements who are calling women names, who are, you know, blaming everything on women, who are just being so cruel and mean-spirited, and who are advising other men, especially the younger generations, to not show any love, to not have any respect for women, to not have that, you know, strong male figure in
A lot of
for their
them.
society
Yep.
or for their, you know, families. Basically, they're just advising men to just sleep around as much as they can, whether you impregnate women or not, and just live your life, have your freedom. Yet it's our
You
fault.
know, and what's so funny, a lot of those guys, they actually preach that do not deal with, they encourage other men to not deal with or date single mothers.
Yeah,
While the same guys were raised by single mothers.
absolutely.
And to go back to
And
your
many of them
point,
create single mothers themselves
create-
and impregnate
Great
women and left them.
exactly. So it's a vicious cycle. And to go back to your point about, like, you know, men do all these things, but they don't get leveled. But women will do something that's only in their best interest, and they're not taking responsibility to, like, expand humanity. This is what I learned, that a good woman is a woman who is good for others. Like, you always have to think about other people. You always have to find ways to contribute to society. Always just about other people and what's in the best interest of others.
That's right.
We were trained, we were groomed to have that type of mindset at a very young age. When you look at numbers, you will be shocked to see the difference between little girls and little boys, how they are groomed.
Yes.
And they, as an adult, this manifests in their adolescent lifestyle and their choices that they make and how they cater to other people. Girls just tend to be all about other people and doing things for other people. And I love that women are, you know, they are finally standing up to these notions that, or concepts that do not benefit them, and say, like, hey, this does not serve me. I'm going to do what serves me. And if the woman chooses to have babies or start a family, that's that. But if she also chooses to not do so, then that's fine too.
I agree. Absolutely.
There's no such a thing as gender wars.
Yeah.
It's people doing what's in their best interest.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think a woman who wants to be a mother is just gonna say, I'm not gonna be a mother so I can stick it to this red pill movement, you know, or men. At the end of the day, we complement one another. We need each other, you know. Most women I personally know still appreciate men and want the romance and, you know, that male figure, and it's beautiful. But they can also take care of themselves and be by themselves. You know, I don't think it's a good idea to just be with someone for the sake of, because you're running away from loneliness or whatever, and just, you know. But I think we need to understand that women are naturally, oftentimes, maternal, and many of them have children because they love children, and but they also don't want to just have children because for the sake of just having children. They many of them want to have children with someone they can rely on, someone who will support them and who will make a great husband and who will be there for them. And women love that. We love that. But if sometimes women choose otherwise, it's because they just don't see anyone to do that with, you know.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, I am a believer that create the world that you want to see. If you want to see men and women coexisting peacefully, do your part. Do your part. And there's no such thing as gender wars. It's just that some people have been taken advantage of since this world existed, and now they realize their power and they're taking it back. That's all
That's
there is to
right.
it.
Yes, that's right. So anyway, that I think
Yeah.
that's perfect. And so yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos because they happen to be kind of unique
Yes.
perspective. You know?
Yeah.
Or at least I
exactly.
think so.
We want to know your thoughts. What's your take on this situation? Is there a gender war, or is it just a new discovery that women are taking their power back? Let us know. We value your opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you think you'll have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not. Kids.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would
Well,
I?
I'm asking you
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
for giving somebody life.
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.